Two's company, but three's a crowd. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 love triangles in cartoons. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the rockier romance stories between some of our favorite animated triads, some stories ending better than others. We'll only be looking at small screen triangles, so animated feature films are a list for another day. Also, while a love quarrel may be prominent in the original comics, it also needs to play a major role in the cartoon adaptation.
Archie is such a sweet kid to do this for little old me. For your information, Veronica, Archie's doing this for our club, remember? Hey, a beast! How dare you!
If you've never seen any of these amorous polygons, there will be spoilers.
Moving on!
What about Duncan? Shouldn't we help him?
Chef will do that. Moving on!
Number 10. Tom Sloane, Jane Lane, and Daria Morgendorffer. Daria. You'd never expect someone like Daria to fall into the stereotypical love triangle drama, until she gets involved with her best friend Jane's boyfriend Tom. At first, Daria didn't care for Tom once he and Jane started dating.
Look, I may conceivably have been acting like a jerk toward you.
It's possible. Don't worry about it.
But you and I are not friends.
Definitely not.
And even if we were friends, I still wouldn't ride in that car.
That's just plain common sense.
Jane leaving her in the dust didn't help things either. However, throughout the course of Season 4, Jane and Tom's relationship starts to slowly crumble, while he and Daria start growing closer, and tension begins to grow between the snarky chums.
Sorry I asked.
Hey, did you know Stalin had Trotsky killed with an ice pick to the skull?
Good thing they didn't put him in a glass coffin.
Anyway, Tom, I'll be down the hall whenever you guys are finished with morgue chat.
Fortunately, both girls manage to reconcile, and Daria and Tom decide to keep dating at least until graduation.
I really look up to you, and your opinion's important to me.
You look up to me? Huh.
Do you think next year I could call you from school, and we can compare notes on our lives in a completely non-romantic fashion? You know, like friends?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Call me. That'll be nice.
Okay.
Not the most compelling boy drama arc, but it did showcase how strong Daria and Jane's friendship can be while also giving Daria a somewhat healthy romance. Number 9. Danny Fenton, Sam Manson, and Valerie Gray. Danny Phantom. Sam has been Danny's best friend for years, and while they can deny their feelings, we all knew there was something between them.
Danny, that was awesome! I guess Ember's spell hasn't quite worn off.
You were never under Ember's spell.
Valerie is a former popular girl turned ghost hunter who hates Danny Phantom, but develops feelings for Danny Fenton. Don't you just love irony?
He doesn't have a girlfriend, Valerie.
Right.
What are you talking about?
You like him.
Hello? He's my best friend.
I'm sure he is. But if you like him, like him, make a move. Because if you don't, somebody will.
Sam and Valerie end up rivaling over Danny's affection, but Valerie's the one to make the first move. She and Danny briefly date for a bit, but she decides that her ghost hunting should take priority over getting into a serious relationship. If only she knew she was fighting her ex's ghostly half. Naturally, Sam wins the love tug-of-war and she and Danny hook up at the end. Who didn't see that coming?
And no matter how this thing ends, this whole ride we've been on together, I wouldn't change it for the world. Not one bit.
Me neither.
Number 8. Timmy Turner, Tootie, and Trixie Tang, the Fairly Odd Parents. You're never too young to start your first love triangle, and 10-year-old Timmy Turner finds himself caught in the middle of two possible love interests, Trixie Tang and Tootie. Trixie is the most popular girl in school, so naturally Timmy desperately pines for her. She is a bit of a snob, but she does show Timmy that she cares from time to time.
Hey, I like Kissy Kissy Goo Goo and Skull Squisher. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. But, that's what I have girlfriends for. Security? Huh? Bye, Timmy Turner. Hey, you remembered my name!
Tootie is a geeky, lonely little girl who has a major crush on Timmy, which wouldn't be so bad if she wasn't as over-enthusiastic or Icky Vicky's little sister.
No! Vicky's stolen Timmy's dolls! Now he'll never come over, and he'll never like me! Why doesn't he like me?
There's been debate over who Timmy should be with, but it became null when both girls became obsolete to the series. However, if you consider the live-action movies canon, Tootie was the clear-cut winner.
Well, it's great to see you.
What's the matter? Sunburn on my back. No hugs till it heals, doctor said. Gotta go.
Number 7. Arnold Shortman, Helga Pataki, and Lila Sawyer. Hey Arnold. We all know that Helga likes Arnold a lot, but she hides her true feelings by constantly bullying him while adoring him from afar.
Those poems weren't meant to be seen until I'm dead and buried, and worms have consumed my flesh. Arnold must never see that last page. I'll steal inside his room somehow.
There are ways to find out who wrote those poems, Gerald. Just have to be scientific.
Unfortunately, her secret affections end up causing a romantic spark between Arnold and the new girl in school, Lila. At first, Lila likes Arnold, but he doesn't return her feelings. But then the positions are switched where he likes her, but she doesn't feel the same, leaving Helga feeling bitterly jealous from the sideline.
Arnold, that stupid football head! And coincidentally, the tortured object of my most hallowed and best affections is glued to Lila instead of me. And the worst part is, I did this to myself. If only I had left what I wrote on the wall.
It's been speculated that Lila keeps rejecting Arnold because she finds out about Helga's true feelings for the football head. It wouldn't be until 2017's Hey Arnold the Jungle movie that Arnold finally forgot about Lila and reciprocated Helga's feelings.
Your locket, it woke up my parents. You did it all, just to help me. And...
Number 6. Duncan, Courtney, and Gwen. Total drama. Despite being polar opposites, Courtney and Duncan hit it off in Season 1, and were going strong until near the end of Season 2, when people started pointing out a possible thing between Duncan and Gwen, even though they were just friends.
Wow, who knew you were such a sucker for the A-type?
Oh, you want to make something of it?
You can do better than that.
Oh, yeah. I get that up close and personal with all of my friends.
During Season 3, Courtney's controlling attitude ended up pushing Duncan away, and he ended up kissing Gwen behind Courtney's back.
Oh my gosh, I didn't lock the door?
The lock's busted. What happened to your paw?
This is so stupid, but I have no idea, and I'm so glad you're here to mock me about it.
Me too.
Ow. Hey.
Lousy timing considering the two girls had just started bonding. Neither side was innocent in this whole mess. Duncan and Gwen betrayed Courtney's trust, and Courtney let her paranoia and bossiness drive away those who genuinely cared for her, making this little fiasco a perfect example of the hazards of romance on reality TV.
Boyfriend kisser, I thought she was my friend, but now it's time to diss her. Sure, we had some fun times, but I'm not gonna miss her now. Boyfriend kisser, you're gonna get what's coming to you if it's the last thing I ever do.
Number 5. Mordecai, Margaret Smith, and Cloudy J. Regular show. For years, Mordecai had a crush on Margaret, and they finally start dating around Season 4. Unfortunately, they had to cut their relationship short when Margaret leaves for college.
I really like you, Mordecai, and what we have is special. But I may never get this opportunity again. I'm sorry, but I can't be your girlfriend.
After a while, Mordecai starts dating CJ, a girl he met previously, and things seem better for him.
I love it.
I thought that you would.
I guess the thing I had for you must have exploded.
That's okay. I got my wish.
What, that you can run faster than me?
No, for a cute girlfriend that likes...
Until Margaret re-enters the picture and things get awkward in the worst possible sense.
CJ, I need to tell you...
Mordecai, just stop. I already know what you're gonna say, so save it. You don't know who your soulmate is? Here. You didn't even point in my direction.
While regular show tends to rely on bizarre humor, its more mature themes really hit close to home, including how messy love can actually be. In the end, even though both CJ and Margaret played an important role in his life, Mordecai ends up with neither of them. But it doesn't mean he'll never find love. Number 4. Korra, Mako, and Asami Sato, The Legend of Korra. During the first season, Korra originally set her sights on Mako, but he was already dating Asami at the time, which did not sit right with the newest avatar.
Asami, did you know Korra likes Mako?
Oh, no, I wasn't completely aware of that.
Mako ends up developing feelings for Korra, and he and Asami break things off on good terms. The same cannot be said for when Korra and Mako break up later on.
Enough! Look, I have a job to do. I can't constantly be worrying about keeping you from making another huge mistake.
Well, I have a job to do too, only it seems like you're always standing in the way of me getting it done.
Well, I guess if we're both putting our jobs first, maybe there's no room for our relationship.
It only gets more awkward from there when Korra loses her memory of her and Mako's breakup, and they go through that all over again. But this time they leave on peaceful terms. Meanwhile, Korra and Asami grow closer as the series progresses, and they end up together in the end. It's amazing what kind of twists a love story can take.
I could use a vacation.
Let's do it. Let's go on a vacation, just the two of us. Anywhere you want.
Really? Okay. I've always wanted to see what the spirit world's like.
Sounds perfect.
Number 3. Popeye the Sailor, Bluto, and Olive Oil. Popeye franchise. Unquestionably the oldest romance tug-of-war on this list is the legendary struggle between Popeye the Sailor and Bluto, or Brutus in some media, for the hand of the lovely Olive Oil. While Olive is Popeye's gal, the brutish Bluto will try anything to woo her and steal her away from him, even resorting to kidnapping.
Let me go, you big balloon.
Luckily, Popeye almost always remembers a can of his trusty spinach so he can bop some sense into Bluto and save his fair damsel.
Mademoiselle Aline, you have the date with me.
I'm just like butter in your hands.
These two have gone at it for decades. Though, to be honest, Olive can be a little fickle when she's not being a damsel in distress. So both sailors might do well to find someone who likes them for them.
Popeye dear, I love you best. When will we get married?
I've changed my mind so you can wed your barnacle bill of steel. You're nothing but a cabbage head.
Number 2. Marco Diaz, Star Butterfly, and Jackie Lynn Thomas. Star versus the forces of evil. When Marco first met Star, he just saw her as a crazy best friend who turned his life upside down, mostly because of him crushing on cool girl Jackie.
Are you alright? I'm sorry about it just kinda happened.
Oh, don't be silly! I just wanted to be down here by the stage so I could feel their sweat spraying on my face.
However, once he finally starts dating Jackie, he comes to realize that his feelings lie elsewhere, with a certain princess who secretly likes him back.
The way I feel has just gotten more intense since we first met, and it was intense at the start, and I know it's in the way.
Jackie becomes fully aware of Marco's feelings and encourages him to pursue them because she knows he'll be happier.
Now's a good time to give you an out. I want to make this work. You're my best friend, Jackie. Oh, Marco. We both know that's not true.
While Star and Mako being from other worlds complicates things, it all works out in the end and the two can finally be together, partly thanks to Jackie, in one of the healthiest love triangles in animation history. Who knew that historical figures could have such a spicy romance? Clone High, that's who. Before we unveil our #1 love tug-of-war, here are a few honorable mentions.
Hey guys, what's up?
April! And Casey. Donatello.
Well, if that's what you want, I can make him love you again. Piece of cake. Given your charming personality.
That's it. That's what I want. If you cannot get rid of all the humans, then at least rid me of that human. Elisa Maza.
She's hot, photogenic, she takes pride in her appearance. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I admire her commitment to community service.
You don't think dating an old friend would be better? Maybe someone that, you take for granted?
No, I like Cleo.
Welcome home, Angelfish.
Thank you, Lagan.
I'm hitting the showers.
#1. Rose Quartz, Greg Universe, and Pearl, Steven Universe. Way back before Steven was born, Pearl and Greg Universe found themselves competing for the love of Rose Quartz. Pearl seeing her as an idol, while Greg wanted to know Rose as a person.
You don't know anything about Rose.
I know she's super into me.
Listen, Mr. Universe. Rose may find you charming, but that's only because you're human. You're a novelty, at best.
Unfortunately, neither side really won in the end. Pearl is left heartbroken and embittered when Rose chose Greg over her, and both are left alone when Rose gives up her life to give birth to Steven.
Oh, Rose! This is wonderful! I'm just having so much fun spending time with you, Rose! Forget about Greg. Let's go travel the galaxy!
Pearl, thank you so much for fixing my van!
Greg and Pearl may have lost the gem they loved, but they also learned one of the most important rules about a love triangle: being able to forgive and let go, especially when they have a common ground over how much they love both Rose and Steven.
Look, if I were you, I'd hate me too.
I don't hate you.
But I knew how you felt about Rose, and I stayed anyway.
That wasn't the problem.
Then what was?
She fell in love with you.
Well, you know Rose. She always did what she wanted.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.